What's up, bitches? Did you get confused?
I was so confused for a minute.
Me, this man of men, is McStud.
And I'm Mrs. McStud.
Woman
Me.
of women with titties
Yeah. I have titties,
Ass.
'cause that's what women have.
and twats. You just want to walk up to a woman, it's like smack her right in the twat.
I dare somebody walk up and try to slap
First day I
smack
met
me
Mrs.
in the
McStud, I walked up,
twat.
smacked her right in the twat. I was like, "What's up, little lady?"
Oof. No, you did not. Because you
I was
probably
like-
wouldn't be, you'd probably still be in a coma.
I'd be like, "Hey, there's a bird." She'd be like, "What?" I go, right in the poontang.
Oof.
I gave her a little pitter patter with my fingers.
That's ridiculous.
Then my fists fell in. I was like, "Oh Lord!"
I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be with me.
It's like a deadly cavern of pussy juice.
You were intimidated by me from our first night.
Yes. Yes. But it all worked out.
Yeah.
Mrs. Corn. Malt liquor. Ah. Mrs. McStud, I need to ask you a very important question.
Oof.
How was your day?
Long as fuck.
ASF?
ASF.
I need to ask you one more important question.
Do not ask me about no fucking W-2s.
It wasn't about that.
Take that shit and shove it.
It wasn't about that.
Blah, blah, blah.
It wasn't. If you just give me a chance.
There ain't no fucking chance when it comes to those.
I was locked up in prison. I was wondering if you can get my paychecks from 2017.
Oh my god.
I really was going to ask about W-2s though.
I knew you were.
You don't know anything.
I only had 2 of them today. One of them had the correct address returned again by the post office.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one was a really nice guy that had been locked up. And he's just going to come pay $15 and pick his up.
Wow.
So it's kind of nice.
We had
Kind of nice to have somebody that's nice.
a kind of a scary thing at work.
Uh-oh.
Someone called. They hadn't got their order yet.
Yeah.
You know when they placed this order?
When?
January 2nd. No.
Did it get shipped?
We had just come back to work
Was it shut down though?
while we were doing inventory. So all those orders that were placed from the time we were gone until we finished inventory, we printed out. And I think this is the second one I can think of that was around that time frame that was never printed. Like you can tell by looking at it if it's printed or not.
Mhm.
Like it'll say something different. This order was not printed. So we printed it out and got it, but I'm like, how many more?
Did he get like a discount or? a
We got
refund,
3rd day
or-
shipping.
Fuck that. I'd be like, I ordered this shit fucking 2 months ago.
Well, it was from Montana. And I was assuming we'd probably give them the next day because of that. But it was like $100. I didn't want no part of that. I gave him 3rd day for like $25, $30 or something like that.
Oof.
But he didn't pay for it. We did, but or she. I don't know if it was male or female. It was just one of those like,
How many more is there?
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, good times.
Somebody doesn't know how to print orders.
Well, it's not that. It is not that. For this.
But your name's Charles too.
Yeah, you know, you can call me Chuck.
The fuck?
What?
I did not stutter when I said Chad
Oh.
multiple times.
That's some funny shit.
Chad and Charles does not sound anything alike.
Well, I was kind of here back and forth, and I'm like, Charles, maybe this me. Because you never know. I'm like, oh, it was me.
Well, Chad don't work here. The fuck he does.
Well, you never know. Maybe I sent in my my papers.
Oh, God. I just had a frustrating day, and that just about tipped it over.
Tipped it over. Were you at the tipping point?
I've been at that point all fucking day.
Let's test it out.
I had a cold chill. Same time. Seriously?
You're not tipping. You're not falling off your chair.
That's what you do.
I didn't fall
Like,
off.
actually
I didn't fall off anything.
know where to place my ass and make sure that my chair is in the correct position to catch it.
Well, 99.999% of the time I do. I just happened to look over and see yours and thought mine was there too. It wasn't.
Swear I wish
Malt
I had
liquor.
that on video.
I swear you need to keep your dirty mouth to yourself.
It was fucking great. And it was great because it was like in slow motion and I couldn't do anything because I can't react. I can't ever react fast anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But like it was like in slow motion. I don't know if you were trying to catch yourself or what, but when you landed, you just looked up and went, like I'll never forget that face.
I kind of had the like, it was kind of a scared face because I was waiting for like a back spasm or to feel some sort of pain. You know, like when you fall and the pain hits you a little bit later.
Gradually fell though.
Well, and I was like, well, I was just waiting for something to hurt. Really, nothing did. I'm like, oh, but my heart was racing. I'm like, holy shit. McStud took a tumble.
I don't know if you have food in your beard or what.
No, I haven't eaten
right
anything.
Here. It's just really dark there.
Oh, it's because I chew on it. It gets dark when I do that.
Tomorrow you're going to shave that shit off. Because I'm not going to hear it. Be like...
You never complain when it's your vagina.
That's different. It's on me and you're actually using it. I get no benefit of you sucking your lip hair.
Well, I suck your...
I have no vagina hair, so don't even say
Not
it.
that. I'm talking about your fluids.
Oh.
Anyways, so, as we were driving to work today, our typical route, if we can turn left, because turning right is a madhouse, if we can turn left, we take a right by this church. And I saw this car come up to the exit, which, I don't know who would be leaving a church at, maybe they got a daycare.
That, or maybe they were turning around or something.
Or that, or like maybe they got a daycare. But there's always cars there in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I see him creeping. I'm like, And all I could think in my head was Jesus. What would Jesus do? And
What's those bracelets that we used to wear?
WWJD.
Yeah.
You wore them?
No, I didn't, but a lot of
yeah, they sold shirts and everything.
Sorry.
But no, that's fine. No, we might get into what would Jesus do. I'm like, boy, and after passing many churches in my lifetime, whether people were coming or going from church, I've learned something. Jesus gives them a bravery, a sense of I don't give a fuck, a sense of everything will be fine no matter what I do. It's like kind of a twist on Jesus take the wheel that is unsafe. So we're calling this speeding for Jesus. Because Jesus wants you to get where you're going to go, no matter how you do it, no matter how fast you go, or what you do, he's going to get you there safe. Thank you, Jesus. Anyways, so we take our right turn, and that car has to wait, there's crisscrossing traffic going, and I could see him in the background. I was just curious. I don't ever speed, but that road's like a 45 mile per hour road, so generally roads, to a number like that, are a mile apart. It's like they're a mile from the next one, so we were at least halfway down the road, and I seen the car coming. By the time I got to the stop sign, the car was behind me. How? I'll tell you how. They were speeding for Jesus.
I wonder if all those idiots that we see all the way to work and all the way home are speeding for Jesus.
I'm sure a lot of them are speeding for Jesus.
Or they forget to turn off their fucking turn signal. Or forget to turn it on, for that matter.
Yeah. Because Jesus gives them this false sense of safety while they're driving. The Lord will take care of me. All will be well. Says all the people ever murdered in fucking churches the past couple years.
Oof.
Which continues. Where was Jesus then? He didn't attend that day.
You fucking laugh.
And I'm not laughing at the deaths because it's a horrible thing. I don't ever like to see loss of life or anything. But the mindset people have that go to church is that everything's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or everything, God,
Everything will work out.
God will find us a way. Well, he didn't take those bullets in front of you and stop them. I mean, come on, you're driving like a fucking madman out of hell. First and foremost, coming from a church, which, unless they were just turning around, doesn't apply. But if they have a daycare there, they probably attend that church.
There, yeah.
And they just think that kind of driving.
No, my son's first daycare was at a church, and I did not go to church.
Yeah, no.
But it was like paid for by the school or some shit.
I
forget.
Speaking of school, you ever have to go to the library in elementary school and they just like have like a reading time? Mm-hmm. They read to you and shit like that.
Circle time, that's what we call it. Not circle jerk.
Oh, I was going there next. Circle jerk for Jesus. You think Catholics circle jerk on a little cracker, which is like the body of Jesus, and then they drink the wine?
Oh, I was going to say some horrible... I cannot say that. But anyways.
I wish you
Why don't
would.
you go tell my son that he needs to circle jerk for Jesus with his friends this weekend?
That is disgusting. Under no circumstances does a circle jerk ever sound like a good idea.
Somebody had to come up with this shit.
I don't understand, unless it's a group of dudes who are, they like dudes.
Yeah.
And they're open to doing stuff with multiple dudes. Why they would circle jerk? I can't see a sense in a bunch of straight dudes standing in a circle playing with their dicks. At what point does any arousal happen with 6 dicks around you? But if it's for Jesus, maybe he can help you with that erection. Because if you can't get it up, you can just pray.
Well, I can't see if you're straight that you would get even your penis hard. And if you could, then I would question if you were straight or not.
Oh, and that's not if not, that's fine. It's just one of those things like how do a bunch of dudes stand in a circle and jerk their cocks together in competition. The last one to get off has to eat the cracker or the biscuit. And the old jizz on the cracker or biscuit. That's the story. But if you do it for Jesus, it's okay.
I'm scarred for life.
Yeah, because.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, when you're in a race like that, you're kind of speeding for Jesus. Am I wrong? Speeding for Jesus in the circle jerk. Can you imagine that story being told at fucking Sunday school? All right. Children, you got your Catholic priest there. We're going to have a circle jerk. Back in the days when God was roaming the plains of Israel.
I was about to say something about Catholic priests. That's why I stopped myself.
Today, children, we want all the girls to go down 2 doors to the right to Sister Nancy. She has a special lesson for you. I also have a special lesson for you. If you could all drop your trousers and proceed. Ugh. Yeah, that's a fucked up scenario. I don't know what the fucking obsession with Catholic priests and little boys is, but it's disgusting.
I'm glad you said that because I was about to say the word.
It's sick and disgusting, and
they're all brother.
And even down in the Vatican, they're having problems with this shit. It's fucking horrible. I mean, what is the fucking basis? It's like the Boy Scouts. They're having something going on. Like if you were ever molested as a Boy Scout, to come forward. Like I think there might be a lawsuit or something involved in this. At what point did Boy Scouts turn into learning to be an outdoorsman, learning all this handy shit, and working together into, I'm around a bunch of little boys, let me
Well, you do have
molest them. That's fucking
overnight
sick.
stays and camps in a lot of bus rides because that's how you earn your badges.
Yeah.
Is
But
bus rides and doing
and
these
that's
different
fine. How did it
activities,
turn
but
into these fucking scout
it's
leaders and
probably-
shit fucking with kids? It's
Scout
fucking
leaders,
disgusting.
here's the thing. Scout leaders are only parent volunteers usually,
I got a size 13 for a curb stomp for anyone that's ever done this.
right?
And fucked with kids. I'm just saying, it's fucking gross.
And I'm sure they have background checks completed and stuff, but if they haven't been convicted of anything or they have never done anything like that or whatever, that doesn't mean they're not a creep still.
Yeah.
That's what they go by,
That's
unfortunately.
Fucking word. Anyways, that was a tangent of disgustingness. Speeding for Jesus. I don't know how many churches I've fucking passed. And not everyone speeds for Jesus. Some people take their goddamn time for Jesus. But they want to make sure they get in front of you so they can go 30 miles per hour slower than you driving down the road. Like, oh, Jesus says I can pull in front of this car and I'll be okay. You're driving 55, they're driving 22. At what point was it okay for you to pull out when I'm the only car coming? I'm creeping for Jesus.
Really?
What the fuck? Oof.
What's today? Oh, today's Wednesday.
I had to toot. It's Wednesday.
Never mind, forgot.
Malt liquor toot. Yeah. And then sometimes I used to pass a, what was that? It was a Jehovah's Witness place. I forget what they call them. But I would pass by as they were leaving. And, zoom, zoom, they're just fucking pulling out, getting the fuck out of there. Like, if you enjoy going there so much, why are you in such a hurry to fucking leave? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucking silly. And God forbid if you do something driving to piss them off. I'll pray for you. I wish a motherfucker would. I probably need it.
Every day for the rest of your life.
I love that too. He'll say, I'm gonna pray for you. That's special. I'll be thinking about that later.
Can you pray for these nuts?
Yeah, can you pray for these nuts too? As I unload them into your wife? That sinful heathen of a bitch. Bet you didn't she's cheating on you, did you? That funny taste when you go down on your wife? That's not Jesus. That's me. That's not the Holy Ghost. That's the Holy McStud creeping down your tongue. What? Figure if we're going to offend, might as well fucking offend.
So I guess that's the creepy taste on your penis every day.
No.
Like,
Ain't nothing been cheated on. I'm just saying, oh, that's fucked up. That's the fermented cheese.
I'll look up and be like, you've been fucking.
I wonder if Jesus ever had fermented cheese. Back in the day, I'm sure a bath was hard to come by. Living in the desert and all.
Yeah, they had to walk miles. Well, by the Bible, they had to walk miles to a little creek area.
Yeah, to wash their
Just
balls.
To wash, yeah. And it was creek water.
Yeah. But, Jesus probably turned it into a lavish bubble bath.
Maybe.
Because he had these abilities.
I want a bubble bath.
Bubble baths are nice.
Why don't I buy some bubble bath?
You know what? I think I'm going to hold that thought before you go buy bubble bath. I already had. Anyways.
Oh.
I was thinking about you.
You can't think about me today on your way home.
I'm sorry, I forgot
needed
the
one
deodorant.
thing.
I forgot the deodorant. I'm
I
sorry.
have enough deodorant. I'm not going to stink tomorrow. Don't worry about that. But
You can use mine.
if I run out, I'll have to use yours or my son's.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. It was just.
I'm just giving
It
you more
was.
time, I know.
I didn't expect to have to go through
What happened again, anyways? Oh, the liquor store.
So I went to the liquor store. Or originally was going to go to the other liquor store and get you your grenades. And I was going to get Mickey's. But I can't because the kids forgot the key at school. I had to leave at like 4:10 to come let them in the house. And by the time I got back, it was almost 4:30. And then I had to go to the gas station.
It was after 4:30.
Well, there was one. No. By the time I got back that way to the gas station, because I wanted to get an energy drink, I knew I wouldn't have time to do both. But I knew you needed an energy drink. So I went to the gas station. There was one person working. By the time I got out there and got to your place, it was a little, what, 450 something? 450, 452, and there was no way I could have done both. So I had to take you to your other job and then drive back to a liquor store that we always go to. But the whole rack was out of those, the 4-packs Colt 45. So I'm like, so I got you your one beverage and I got this. And then I go to Walmart, and I got me a case, and I got a 4-pack of Colt 45 there. But they had no pop, which we wanted, and I had to shit like a motherfucker.
Walmart had no pop?
Not the cheap shit. Like it would have been the same price as Kroger had it had some.
Oh.
But I had to shit. I started going through like the frozen section for like some frozen meals or whatever. I'm like, I just got to shit. I'm just gonna cook whatever's at the house. Then I went to Kroger. I got the pop, and then I leave Kroger, and I get home. I got home like 6:20. Had to take a shit, and I was not speeding for Jesus. I don't ever speed.
Did you leave the shit out in the car to poop?
No, I brought it all in first.
Oh, I'm surprised about that because you have left the shit in the car to poop.
Yeah, I had to go pretty bad, and it was uncomfortable, but it wasn't to the point where I was about to like let it loose in my pants.
Ew.
But it hurt, so I got everything in, and I ran to the bathroom. You come in, the kids want, they want to talk your head off. And we're like, okay. Like, hang on, guys, gotta poop.
Thank God somebody wasn't in there.
I gotta poop. Yeah, because we have that a lot of times. And everyone knows I come home and I poop. And they're like, they'll be in there for 40 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck?
You have to knock on the door and tell him to hurry the hell up. Otherwise, he'll just sit in there. And then you got my kid that likes to do TikToks in the bathroom. What the fuck is attractive about the bathroom?
Yeah.
It's got good lighting.
It's for Jesus.
You have 500 million lamps around this house, and I'm sure that somebody would like to see the couch or ceilings or anything besides the bathtub.
Right.
Put your music, please.
True. I concur.
10 shades of fucking crazy.
Yes. But yeah, that's what happened with that. But I did not speed for Jesus. Because Jesus isn't worth any amount of money to pay for a speeding ticket for me. Sorry, I go the speed limit. I might go 3 miles above the speed limit. But that's about it. I've paid for enough speeding tickets in my lifetime when I was younger to know that I hate fucking paying.
How much is your most expensive speeding ticket?
Back then, I was doing 65 to 40. And
So you got reckless driving?
No, I didn't get reckless driving. But I had previous ones, and that's the one that triggered me to have to take the defensive driving course on VHS, which was 2 VHSs.
I've never had to take that.
Yeah, I had to do that.
But guess how much my most expensive one was? And it was probably back in, let me think, 2008.
How much?
$207.
You got...
Because I got reckless driving and I got speeding in a church zone.
140 comes up to mind for mine, but that's 65 and a 40.
And then you get to the fucking courthouse, because I had to go to the courthouse in Nicetown to pay it. And I actually had to go to court that day. And you hear all these people up there that's going to jail, pretty much. So I'm sitting there and I work at a prison. I'm like, oh, should be here. Hearing all those stories. And then they finally call my name, so I get up and pay my ticket. I wasn't going to argue it or anything, because I really was speeding. But, my ticket wasn't there.
Oh, you had to wait, didn't you?
They called the officer that gave me the ticket to bring my fucking ticket to the courthouse so I could pay it. So I had to sit back down and wait on my ticket to be there.
Typically, if the officer doesn't show up,
I was fucking pissed.
You're supposed to be cleared if the officer doesn't.
No, he didn't show up. He didn't even turn the ticket in.
Yeah, you're supposed to be cleared then. Like, if they
Yeah,
didn't
no.
happen, then you're supposed to be cleared. They're that petty?
I was.
Well, Mrs.
Beside
McStud was
myself.
speeding for Jesus that day.
No, I had worked. Oh my god. I can't remember if I was with you or
No.
not.
No, you didn't get
When
any...
I was working 8 hours at the prison.
Mm-hmm.
I would leave early, like 4. I had to be at my group home at 5, and I worked an overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked like 16-hour shifts before I was up like almost 24 hours before I'd get home to sleep, and I was super tired that night, and I was trying to get home before I fell asleep, really.
Yeah, I remember
So what
that.
happened?
You never had any speeding tickets while I was with you.
Yeah.
That was
So-
before me. I'm surprised you haven't had any speeding tickets with you.
No, hell no.
You almost got that ticket for turning right on red. For that bullshit sign.
God.
That bullshit sign. I had never seen that sign either until you got pulled over. I was like, we always turn right on red there.
Yeah, and he pulled me over like 2 blocks down the road. Where you're going? Well, I'm probably taking my daughter to the doctor. And my kid's sitting in the front seat.
Yeah,
No.
you don't really notice that. Really, there's nothing big to say that
No.
it's there. But it's not easily, like, you don't, like, take your eyes to it. It's one of those fucked up signs. But the next street over, you can turn right on.
Yeah.
Well, it's a stop sign. You can turn right there.
Yeah.
Doesn't say didn't turn right on. There's no stoplight to say you can't, but you can do the same thing.
But that sign, I mean,
But that whole area is like set up with speed traps.
yeah.
That speed limit has changed 4 or 5 times since we've lived up here. And it just changed again recently in the last month.
Yeah.
Like,
I used cruise control
it used
after.
to be 50. When we moved up here, it was 55 all the way down until we got to Fortville. And then it was 40. And then it went from 40, then went down to 45. Then it went to 45 to 50 to 40.
Do you know how slow the speed limit has to go before your cruise control won't work? Because I use cruise control even in town.
I had a car that wouldn't do it under 30.
Yeah, it's like 25 in the newer
Something like
ones.
that. As I said, I had a
But
car.
like you gotta be careful because school zones and the church zones are 20,
Yeah,
so it won't work
yeah.
in those.
Mm-hmm. But
And then I can see myself having a wreck trying to watch a fucking speedometer, so I don't get a fucking speeding ticket and then I rear end somebody.
well, speed for yourself, not for Jesus. Because Jesus is not going to help you in those situations. Jesus is not there for a speeding
my
ticket.
fucking $207 ticket.
Jesus is not there when you decide to drive like a madman and fucking get into a horrible accident and take people's lives. Jesus is not there for these scenarios. And I'm sorry, you get yourself in that. Don't be like, oh, God, thank Jesus I'm alive because I was driving like a dipshit. I'm pretty sure he was not protecting you from being a dipshit. That wasn't Jesus' fault. You were lucky.
Yeah. Probably the people around you were paying attention because you
Yeah.
were sharing the whole burn.
Speeding for Jesus, like the athletes.
He pays attention a lot while he's driving.
The athletes always thank God when they win, but they don't give a fuck when they lose. Thank you, God. Did you ever hear someone say, thank God for letting me lose and accepting this humble humility of taking a loss? You never hear that. But when you win, oh, I want to thank God for my God-given abilities and all this crazy bullshit. But not
Yeah.
when you lose, you're like, oh, fuck, we just were the worst team. God wasn't there. Jesus wasn't there to help me make my fucking 3-point shots. Sorry, that's not Jesus' job. That's your job.
That's practice.
That's practice. And when you win, that's practice. It ain't Jesus out there fucking coaching you to win. Or,
Making the ball go in the basket.
yeah. Fucking, oh, Jesus. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus H. Christ. Wonder what his middle name is. I've sent orders out to a Christ. I think it was Brian, not Brian, it was Harold Christ or something.
Oof.
And Jesus' long lost brother, Harold Christ. I'd hate to have the last name Christ. Yes, I'm related to the Christ family.
Would you get that changed?
I'm holy. No, I'd probably have a lot of fun with it.
I'd get my shit changed.
I'd be like, Jesus was my long lost ancestor. I'm a descendant of Jesus
I
Christ.
had this guy named Mustafa. Sinbad.
Sinbad?
Sinbad.
Oh.
Cinbat. I'm
Oh.
sure it's not pronounced that way. But his middle name is like Bugar.
Oh, lie. Booger?
Mustafa.
Tafa.
Mustafa. Try to pronounce that while you're on the phone, and I can't even fucking.
You remember
speak
the first
English
Austin
half time.
Powers?
Huh?
When they were sitting all around the table, and they got Mustafa, which was Will Ferrell, and that little, like, oh, I'm still burning. Because Dr. Evil puts him down in the fire to burn to death, and he's still, like, alive. It's like flaming it up, and like, oh, it hurts. I'm in severe pain. His name was Mustafa.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Are you done?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Anyways, happy speeding for Jesus malt liquor. Did you enjoy yourself?
Hump day.
Hump day. It's hump day, but Dave was speeding
Thank
for
God.
Jesus. Hump day.
It's hump day.
Yes. What do you want for dinner? Food. Who will make food? I'm McStud.
And Mrs. McStud?
We'll catch you bitches later. Deuces.